Hi everyone. We've had quite an adventure with our good friend Michael.
Yeah, he broke everything.
Michael broke the camera.
Oh wow, reset the... Sick.
Good evening. Thanks everybody for joining us here today for...
the ZZZ!
or the as I pronounced it. I'm Super MC Gamer, a host.
And I'm another host, Kampy DK.
And this is the zombies, zombold you.
There you go.
Zomboid you.
Us. We're doing a definitive edition of rating all the Zelda games in 9 different categories out of 10. Lowest being 1, highest being 10, and grand total down here. We have extra ways to give points or take away points as we see fit. This gold triangle, 10 points extra on top of it.
And we have to have a reason for it.
I have a good reason. Not a good reason, but a reason. And then these are vetoes on their position on what they feel like. So if you feel like it should be higher, they get the same exact score you gave. And 2 vetoes cancel each other out, so it's the same points.
You have 4 left of them.
I have 4. I've not used 1. You used 2.
I have still 5 extra points, though. You only have 2 left of those.
That's fine. I got all the veto points, though.
Alright. Well, we got
Link
Between Worlds.
I'm very excited. This is a very good game. Let's look at the cover.
The box art.
How slick is that?
It definitely is gold. I don't like the gold tint on it.
Yeah, it's... so I wish it was the, like, just the natural landscape.
Yeah, but it does have holographic.
Yeah, it's very good on that.
That is an advantage.
I like Link here, because it's like, whoa, why is he, like, sidewalk sketch? What's going on there? Why is there a black Triforce?
Why is he Crayola?
What's going on? There he is, little boy right there.
On the sidebar.
And then we'll go at the back, Michael's show, and blow up this guy.
A new
adventure in the beloved world of Hyrule.
It sure is beloved. How many screenshots we got here?
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So, what are these 3 at the... Oh, they're merging walls. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Explore the Hyrule made famous in The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, and then travel to a new world on the brink of disaster.
Ooh.
So this is meaning, hey, this is taking place... Link Between Past.
A Link Between Past.
Basic reading ability is needed to fully enjoy this game.
Yeah.
That actually says it right there.
Yeah, 4-year-olds. Get out of my Zelda community.
Street Pass, all covered. Some cool pictures going on. 2 different links going on. Sidewalk sketch.
Please note the front actually has a 2D, 3D thing. Right here.
Oh, yes. This is the second game that you're able to play 2D, 3D. Or did Ocarina come out?
No, this is after Ocarina at the time.
Yeah, so this is the second one you're able to play in 3D, which is very neat. Yeah, so box art, it's good. I like it. I don't mind it. It's pretty. It's eye-catching, which is good. It's kind of a needed thing.
I'm feeling a nice, easy 6.
There you go.
6? Alright. 2 6s.
Story.
This is a story of suddenly people across the land are being turned into paintings.
Yeah.
And an evil guy named Yuga.
He's got some cool pants.
He's got some big cool pants, some wacky hair. He has a big old paintbrush. He's turning people into paintings, and we find out it's because he is serving. Well, we don't find out until later that he desires to resurrect the evil demon king Ganon, take his Triforce of power and become all powerful.
Which is crazy because we don't see many people just want to just take over Ganon.
Yeah,
this is like
this is the first person we've ever seen that wants to outdo Ganon, and he does.
Yeah, he very much does. We see Ganon in the game dead.
Yes, and what's even greater is in the story, he is not the actual mastermind. Like so we think, wow, somebody's trying to outdo Ganon. We see that it's actually. I'm sorry, this is a big spoiler warning. If you haven't played this game, please stop the video.
Yeah.
Hilda's evil.
Hilda's bad.
Hilda is the princess of an alternate dimension called Lorule. They had a Triforce once, but everybody was trying to get it like they did in Hyrule.
And then they're just like, we'll get rid of it.
Yeah,
it's gone. Goodbye.
Bad move.
That's the worst move.
And then all of a sudden Hilda's like, I'm going to get my own Triforce. Yuga, can you like hop on over and grab this Triforce, bring him on back? And
it's very good overall. Like, Yuga's a very good villain. Hilda's a very good total villain.
Like secret villain.
Yeah, and then you feel for her.
Yeah.
Because she's trying to do right what happened wrong in her world.
But she goes about it the wrong way. And Ravio, who
is the hero.
He's the hero of Lorule, and he escapes and assists Link by helping him with items and stuff to help him. He's like, I found a hero in you, and so.
It's just very good. Very solid story. It's not like the most compelling.
Yeah, these bits we described happen at the beginning and the end, and the middle's a lot of just gameplay.
Yeah, no, this game is very focused on gameplay, which is very good, and that's very important for being like a sequel to Link to the Past, because everyone praises A Link to the Past for gameplay. It's one of the biggest things. So I feel like story is lacking, though it is a very good story because Yuga and Hilda are very you don't think about these characters. You never see characters like this.
Yeah, and there's the middle of the road cutscene where we do see Yuga, resurrect Ganon in Hyrule Castle, and that's a good moment. And I don't know, I feel like it's powerful. There's a lot of Triforce in this game, which I always appreciate. Like you find the Triforce of Courage. Hilda steals the Triforce of Power and Wisdom.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, Yuga has power and wisdom.
Yeah. No, it's just really good, and then just the whole ending is just it ties everything super well.
A wish and a wish to restore.
Yeah, we don't see a lot of wishes on the Triforce, but this is one we do see, and it happens,
and it's good,
and it's very, very good
and emotional.
Yes. So, and then it ends such a good way of putting the Master Sword back in its resting place forever. ... dot dot dot
dot.
So going overall, it's a basic Zelda story with very good plot points, very good villain-esque characters, and we get to see we actually see the Triforce do work, which is something a lot of people never really do.
Which is good.
Ocho.
I'm feeling Ocho.
Ocho's really good.
I'm feeling the super Ocho.
It wouldn't be as high if they didn't end the game that well. If they're just goodbye,
Yeah, no. If the Hilda dimension wasn't in there, this would easily be a 4 or a 5.
Yeah.
But Hilda, the Hilda dynamic is good, and Ravio being a character who tells Hilda, no, you were in the wrong, and I don't like that.
World.
The world. I mean, it's a Link to the Past.
Yeah, it's a Link to the Past. And that's a very good thing I like about it, because it's here's everything that you know if you played the. It's this is it. Here we go.
But there's an added dimension.
Yes.
Literally with the third.
Yeah.
The third where you can get on walls and you can find new ways to areas that you didn't think of back in A Link to the Past.
Yeah. So it's really good. They did a very good job on Lorule. I very much like Lorule. It was pretty cool. Dark World's still really neat. I really want to go back and touch on Dark World, but they did a very good job with Lorule overall.
Lorule is very segmented by because it has the rifts, because Lorule's literally being ripped apart because it doesn't have the Triforce in it.
Yeah.
And sometimes that bugs me.
Okay.
Because it felt like the opposite of the Dark World, where the Dark World kind of had that segmentation, like with where the warps were and stuff, but it felt more enforced and where in A Link to the Past, when I went to the Dark World, I felt like I have many, many options. There's 7 glowing, blinking points. Instead, I felt like I have those glowing points, but it's very clear, okay, I just need to do this chunk, then this chunk. I just have to clear the areas rather than, explore my way into the areas.
Makes sense. No, I get that.
It felt like chunks rather than paths.
Yeah. I do. I definitely do see that. I just like seeing familiar places. And just looking really pretty, because the whole engine on that game was just gorgeous. They just did such a good job. Totorock is hype.
I like their changes to Totorock.
Yeah, there's just a lot of really good things. It just all looks really good and polished. I do see you're more thinking about Lorule, just very. I do like it's torn apart, but it does just feel just blocks here, blocks there, just very torn apart. But I think that's the aesthetic they really wanted to go for.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So yeah.
So let me see. I'm feeling a 7. I wanted to go more, but I have problems with Lorule. I think they could have done more with Lorule.
I enjoyed Lorule. I played this before, fully going and beating Link to the Past. So seeing these areas and everything and exploring Lorule, which was really amazing to me. I think it warrants an 8, honestly.
Okay.
First time. Boy, was this such an amazing game first time.
I especially because of the story with the twist. Like, if you did not know that Hilda's evil twist is coming, I love you all, and Hilda's evil! Hilda's evil! Hilda's evil! Okay. No. Hype! It blows you out. Well, I mean, she kind of alluded to it in her little monologues to you, but it really
just sank in. I was like, it's one of the two games I recommend to people. Minish Cap's the one. This one's the next one.
Yeah.
Just because it holds your hand enough.
It does. And how do you get hints in this game? It's just the map has like glowing points.
Yeah. Items, you can get every item in the game right at the start. You want
the big difference that is the gimmick is Ravio's rental shop.
Yeah, so like
and the wall. Actually, no, the wall.
Yeah, wall. Going to forward wall. You can get everything. You can play the game really how you want to play it, and you're not feeling lost early in the game like you did in Link to the Past. Like, there is a linear path where you're just like, do this, but you can still go where you want.
Because you have to do Eastern Palace first, but then Hera or House of Gales is your option on which order, and that's really nice. A problem I do have with the first time playthrough comes down into the items, where you have the option to rent a bunch of items, and one... And this goes for the entire game. Like, there are some puzzles that can be solved with different items, but mostly, like, it is you have to have the right item.
Yeah.
There's like unlike Breath of the Wild, which we'll talk about, how there's a lot of creativity in how you do anything you want to with your tool set, and it also leads to, one, sometimes making big mistakes and it costing you rupees to rent new items, and two, because of the Ravio rental system, where if you die and you haven't purchased the item, you lose it.
Yeah.
That can cause some
That
frustration.
can be obnoxious.
Especially if you're first time.
The fact that they did make the items purchasable, I realized, like, my first playthrough, I did spend a lot more time on this game. I know a lot of people did because they just felt like they had to buy everything. And that's what I did. I was just like, I'm just going to take my time, get rupees, buy the items that when I go to the dungeon, I'm like, I obviously need this thing to, like, even do anything. So I'm going to go back and explore, do that kind of fun stuff. I never felt pressured. I never felt like anxiety in playing. I never felt really like I just really enjoyed just the progression. Even like the story's really good, like the beginning and the end. The middle's just there, but you exploring the dungeons was super fun. Like,
the dungeons are really solid.
Yeah, we'll get into that. So like first time playthrough,
it's hard.
It's my favorite handheld because I
think it's my favorite handheld Zelda too.
It just I never felt like I was struggling. It was I didn't need a guide. I could just do everything on one shot.
I can agree with that. I don't think I pulled out a guide for this game.
I'll give it a 9.
I'm going to be a little bit more flowing back on it and go 8. I'm sorry, such a Thunder Scott's out there. He had a Now, nostalgia factor. How has this game held up? Now, this is one of our more recent titles. This is a 2013. 2013? 2013.
I think so.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. Boy, does this blow the water out of Link to the Past for me. I see that Link to the Past is like the inferior game compared to this. Especially playing it, it's a very...
Hey, Zelda fans. It's okay, we all like Zelda here.
Yeah, I very much feel like this game's incredible. And it did everything, like, it would be a Link to the Past if they made a Link to the Past now and not that. Like, that's how I feel it. It's just that it's the continuation, but they did such a better job on everything.
And there is a hero mode. There is a hero mode, which is very important to talk about after you beat the main game, because a lot of people, like, when you start talking about the nostalgia factor, they start getting into repeat playthroughs and it being a cakewalk, because it is an easy game.
Yeah,
it is an easy
simple,
game.
Yeah.
In hero mode, does it make it more challenging? Does it make it impossible or too difficult? I don't think so. I think it's still a medium road.
Which was really neat about this game that I really like, and a lot of people talk about, and it's very funny, is they always talk about Hilda, that they want Hilda again. They want this character to come back.
Yeah.
It's like one of the more popular characters now because of this game. It's like, I want her. Like, I want more of her because she's got purple hair. She's cool. She's like edgy. She cares. She shows like crazy emotion. I think it's just a very good game. I think if you've not played this and you're a hardcore Zelda fan, I think you definitely are like you're doing yourself a disservice. But I'm gonna be harsh on it. I'm gonna give it a big fat 7.
I expected you to go more. I feel the 7 in a lot of ways. I was leaning towards 8. But I feel the 7.
Yeah. It's very good. It's one of the only games I would play on my 3DS, and my 3DS only is used for like 2 games.
Yeah.
It's the only... If it was not on the 3DS, and say if it was on like the eShop, as like a download, I would play it on my Switch again. I would play it on another console. Like, I would re-download it and purchase it. It's a very good game, but I can't return to it because I just only play it on the 3DS.
Yeah, if this was a Switch game, instantly.
Yeah. Fighting.
Now, fighting gets interesting because while it is very much similar to the previous handheld or overhead Zelda games, there is, because it is a 3D game technically, you do have full 360 degree with your sword, which does add a little bit more complexity over like the Oracle's Link to the Past. It still feels a little bit limited in terms of swordplay. Like, you have a sword attack, you have swing. That is your fighting.
You can completely mash this game, like, just da-da-da-da-da.
And items, like, they help, but they're not like you have like the bow. The bow it feels good. The
bow feels really good because you can just aim. You have full range.
But you can't excessively use your items because you do have the stamina gauge.
Yeah,
to also manage,
which is nice. Like, it's nice and it's a blessing and a curse. It's like, oh, I don't have to have like go pick up arrows or something like or bombs, but you do have a stamina meter, so you have to do count and make sure you're not swapping through too fast, and then you just die like on a boss fight or something.
Right.
Bosses. A lot, like, they brought back some bosses from Link to the Past.
And they made changes to others, like oh, nice line. Like Trinex became Grynex, and he kind of, that boss was not super great. He was alright. I think he was okay. I don't know, if I'm thinking about, like, all the bosses, which bosses speak to me as really good bosses? Man, I'm having some hard time with bosses.
Yeah, like, that's the one thing about like this game is the dungeons are great, but boy, the boss fights just feel like just normal things. Like,
yeah, just something to do.
Yeah, like Yuga's cool.
Cold Stare is that the one the Ice Palace guy? Cold Stare is Argus. He's the big eyeball.
Oh yeah, the pancakes.
No.
I know what you're talking about.
He floats around, and he's a tentacle squiddy boy.
Yeah, him.
I like that battle. I
like Pancake.
Oh, yeah, no, I forget his name.
He's cool.
Yeah.
He's got a cool mechanic. What's the dude with the shield? Where you have to use, like, the wall mechanic. Where he's the big, like, ghost dude thing. He has the big sword and shield. You have to hide on his shield.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're... Blind. Is it Blind? I think it's Blind.
He was cool. I like you have to use, like, literally use the mechanic on that. It's just like, oh... Because at first...
same, the boss that everybody skips, oh, we saw it in this game... The charging... Oh, the giant wall master.
Oh, yeah.
Who you normally skip in speedruns. But we saw a wall master boss for the first time, which I really liked him because he rams into the wall.
He's master hand.
Yeah, he's master hand. I mean, yeah, and I was excited about that.
Yeah, no.
And if we're talking about the fighting, we got to talk about the Yuga Ganon fight, which was very good.
Yeah, it was good. I don't think it's like... It does all the points that you need it to do. Like, it's very good. I think I wish the final fight was just a little harder.
Yeah, no,
because
it very much falls into the cinematic end.
Yeah,
rather than the difficult end.
Yeah, like cinematic is so good, but like just fighting Yuga, it was a cool fight, but once you shoot there, you're like, oh, that's neat. Dead.
Yeah, it pulls the gimmick too much into the final boss.
Yeah, like
to the point where you've lost the
charm of it.
It whelmed. It did not overwhelm. It did not underwhelm.
It just did it.
It whelmed.
It whelmed.
I'm gonna give it a. It's between the two. Between the 6 and the 7.
So that really changed it. Put me a 5.
5.
Sad.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna go with a 6. I like the game and I like the combat. I don't think it's overwhelming. I think it whelmed.
Yeah.
I hope that's fair. Now, items.
I like a lot of the items. That's all the fact that you can rent or buy literally every item.
Yes.
It's super cool. It runs into the issue of like not every item is great or useful, but like
there's so many. There's good rods. There's fire, ice, and tornado.
Yeah.
And sand.
Sand is so cool.
Sand rod's very
It's
neat.
just because it's just like whoosh.
The T rod is very nice. The tornado rod.
Yeah. Tornado rod's sick.
There's the hammer, which
Wham.
the
I
hammer
think
is good.
boing.
There's the hook shot.
Bombs.
Boomerang.
Yeah, no,
sucks in that game.
That's one of the few times where boomerang is actually awful.
Yeah.
And the bow. Bow's really good. I like the bow a lot.
There are some other items you get, like the hint glasses, and I mean, there's upgrades like yes, for calling Irene.
Irene.
Lordy Irene.
Come on, Eileen.
This is another situation where I think it goes more towards the overwhelm, but it's still whelming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it an 8. I kind of was leaning towards 7. I'll let you all know that.
Yeah, there's not like a lot of items that I just really hated. Like boomerang sucks, but like everything else was fine. It's just everything felt good, especially because of the stamina system.
Yes.
That really made me want to try and use every item.
Let's talk about the meat.
The meat, the dungeons. I like the dungeons.
I thought most of the dungeons were good. I found a lot of love for Tower of Hair because I loved how tall it was. It used the gimmick very well, the wall merging.
Yeah. I think like I never got bored in dungeons. I always wanted to just get through them. I never just felt overwhelmed. I never felt that they were just too long or difficult. Yeah, it comes down to like they're not being difficult at all. Like I don't think there's.
I think Ice Palace and Turok both had some difficulty, but I mean.
Yeah.
And we gotta talk about Lorule Castle. I think Lorule Castle is one of the best implementations of a trials system to date. I still don't like doing the trials.
I hate trials, but it's very very good.
I like Lorule Castle.
Yeah.
I like Lorule Castle.
I think every dungeon just does a good job. There's not really one I just like. I dread. I never really dreaded any dungeons going through. Like,
yeah.
Because like you're just like when Turtle Rock was coming, I was like, oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. And I went through it. I was like, oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought. And I think that's just every dungeon it's not as bad as you think it's going to be, and it's a lot better.
There are good puzzles, but it's not like.
But the thing that hinders them is the bosses. It's just the bosses are just very lackluster.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate. But no, I like all the cool puzzle things like in Turtle Rock you can do like. Use and
killing the wizards.
Yeah, like it's just a lot of really fun ways to do stuff, and little speed tricks that aren't even like speed run.
I don't know where I'm at with this one. I kind of know where I'm at.
So far it's like some of my favorite dungeons, to be honest. But the bosses really are just bad.
Yeah. I felt you again, dude. The 7s. I was all about the 7s.
Yeah, they do such a good job, but like the ending of them just so. You don't feel satisfied.
I'm gonna be honest with you right now.
What's up?
I'm moving into gimmick. I could care less about wall merging. There was never any point where I was like, "Wow, this is so cool." It was like it is a gimmick. It didn't.
It's the best way of going to different, like, traveling in between. It's easier and more visible than Link to the Past.
It's switching worlds.
Yeah, that's so much easier.
I mean, that's neat, but I mean, you can do the same thing with a Mario pipe.
Dude, Mario sucks. He can't do half the stuff Link can do. It's the first time
Mario can jump, though. This is the only boy who can jump by himself.
That's true. They all have, like, their knees, like, on top of jelly beans. No, so, like, the first hour or two, the gimmick was really cool. I thought it was neat and interesting. Like, being in the overworld and just going on, like, the side of a mountain. But the Yuga fight really killed the gimmick for me.
It was pretty blah. It's just like, oh, I dodged his attack.
Yeah, I don't think it's any worse than... Man.
I didn't like it. I didn't mind it. It was never a hindrance.
Yeah, it never made me feel like I'm just minusing myself for
it never gave me anything to talk about though.
True.
But I never once was like, I've had moments in Skyward Sword where I was like, dude, the demise fight is so cool because you have to like manage like your different attack.
Yeah.
Or the Girahim fight, you have to go the right way. Where with this gimmick, I was like, I never had a point I could just point to. That 3 has seen some better days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big 3s on the board.
Wow. I'm actually surprised in his points.
We got to do some math here.
Michael.
You got the same score as OT.
Wow.
121.
121.
121.
So any bonus points from you, sir?
Therein lies the question.
So you were a runner of this game.
I speed ran this game, and
you talk highly of it very much.
I have an attachment to this game for many reasons. And the problem is I don't know how I can give this in good faith, because I feel like the score we gave was very accurate.
Yeah.
And we covered all the points. I want to give this for a character.
For your boy.
For my boy Ravio. Because I feel like he's underappreciated. I didn't say I am yet.
Oh, I thought you said you were gonna give it.
I'm thinking.
Your whole life and existence is in your hand right now.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
131.
131. Okay.
That looked like it was rough.
It is. I'm on the fringe. If I could cut this in half and do a 5er, I'd probably do that.
Yeah, I can't do that.
No, I can't do that.
Awesome. Man. What an average game, but it's very good. I very much enjoy it.
It's third best right now.
Yeah, if you haven't played it, please play it. Like, you're doing yourself a disservice by not playing this game.
Be sure to like, comment,
subscribe,
or at least just please leave us a comment. Like we're gonna be in the comments discussing these.
It's my turn.
Okay. Let's get out. Let's get an early game.
I feel it's gonna be Breath of the Wild.
It is. It's Breath of the Wild. Oh man,
you're about to lose some hearts.
Breath of the Wild, everyone. Next episode.
Next time. Stay classy.
Stay classy. Wow. Oh my god, my butt hurts so bad.